What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Geo Journeys. Day 7, day 8, can't recall now. And that's because it doesn't matter. All I know is that I'm not working. I'm out here riding this beautiful country, experiencing it the way it's meant to be experienced. So today we're headed up to Steamboat, Colorado. It's gonna be a short day. We had originally planned a longer day, but our route would have taken us through Yellowstone on Saturday or Sunday, and we do not want to do that. So we're doing a couple short day trips and then try to hit Yellowstone on Monday. Nothing like a family pulled over in the middle of the road looking at a buffalo that's a mile away. But anyways, so far the trip's been fantastic. Had another great day of riding yesterday. Saw some amazing roads. Scariest roads I've been on so far. This whole hike thing has really gotten me upset about myself, because I can't really enjoy it. Looking down at that edge and you see nothing but 1,000, 1,500 feet down. Anyways, we got a nice view here today. I believe we will be having some arid conditions, arid climate up this way. Not a lot of vegetation, just the standard. But you know, we're trying to find a good road to get to where we're going today. And after about 3 hours, 4 hours of diligence and hard work by both Ernie and Boyd, we came to the conclusion that we're in Colorado, we're in the mountains. Every road's gonna be a good road. Some better than others, but when you compare it to what we have at home, what I have especially, they're primo. So I know it won't be a disappointment. 82 was the scariest road. It went up through Aspen. We hit a one-lane section a couple times with sheer drop-offs. The mountain right there, just no room to maneuver. Had traffic a couple times. Then 24, puckering moment for sure. Come flying around this turn and it's almost straight downhill. And so at the bottom of the hill you see nothing. And all of a sudden it takes a sharp right turn. So yeah, that was a pucker moment. Your mind plays tricks on you. You know what you have to do. You know how wide the road is. You've got plenty of room. You know the bike will handle it. But my mind sees the nothingness, and it sees that sheer drop off, and it gets fixated on it. The weather's been great. Man, we ran into a little bit of a sprinkle yesterday, but not a big deal. Didn't last very long at all. We haven't had to wear rain gear yet, put it that way. So can't see anything bad about that. Let me turn you around here. You can take a look and see what we've got ahead of us. Bonzo got me going this morning, a little Moby Dick. Got the juices flowing. Got the rhythming, and we're on our way. That is an interesting rock formation up there. What is that? It's like a wall. Someone built a wall on the side of the mountain, which doesn't make any sense at all. But there's nothing below it like it, or nothing above like it. Oh, look how gorgeous this is. So today's day 7, actually. It's Friday. A week ago today, I started off on this journey. And every time I start off on a trip, I get these weird emotions in me. Not to be morbid, but is this the last time I see my family? What lies ahead? Oh, here we go. A little deer here on the side of the road. What lies ahead, what dangers, what obstacles, bike failures, accidents, just morbid, negative. But we just go along with it, be as careful as we can be, and I personally leave it in God's hands. I thank Him every day for each ride. And just be amazed at what He has created. This is not a religious channel by any means. I'm a firm believer, but I'm not a preacher. So you see Ernie there motioning some road hazards. I think I've mentioned this before, but I like that. We've run into a couple situations where the lead rider goes around a turn and there's gravel down on the road. Yesterday, Ernie was leading the way, coming down through the mountains at a brisk pace, and all of a sudden, at his 10 o'clock position, he sees some movement, and there's about 10 goats sitting right on the edge of the road there. Kind of threw him off guard. He waved us. We were able to slow down and be aware of them, because if one starts crossing, they're all crossing. So I was asked about my Corbin. Do I like my Corbin? Somebody saw it and they said, I've been thinking about getting a new seat for my Goldwing, but I've never sat on one, and I don't know what to get. Basically, the two top runners right now are Russell DeLong and Corbin, and both of them are expensive. You're shelling out a whole lot of money on an unknown product unless you've sat on one, and unless you've ridden on one more specifically. The way I came about mine was when my bike was getting repaired at Schroeder's Honda on a Sunday. Yes, on a Sunday. He came out, helped fix a flat tire and do some things. But anyways, he had a bike in the showroom with the Corbin seat on it. And I sat on it, and my immediate reaction was, damn, this thing's hard. And then I kind of just sat there and just tried feeling what I was feeling. And the thing that I noticed first and foremost was that I just sat into a pocket. There weren't any pressure points. One butt cheek didn't feel like it was being pushed. My back, because of the shape of it, my lower back felt like it was being supported. It wasn't just hung up there to dry. And so I sat on it for about 5 minutes. I said, yeah, I like it, but man, the hardness really makes me wonder, because I was under the impression that hard is bad, soft is good. I did a little research, come to find out soft is not good. The key is to distribute the weight all around so it's not concentrated at any 1 or 2 points. And so it was Corbin or Russell Daylong for me, and the Russell Daylong boosted you up an inch and a half, and I had to send my seat in, and at the time it was taking 4 to 6 weeks. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna bite the bullet on this and go with the Corbin. So I got on the Corbin website, and I was in heaven. I could customize every little stitch on that thing. And so I played around it for a week, drawing up different configurations, and I finally settled on one. And I placed my order, and the lady told me, yeah, it'll be about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And I'm like, okay, it sucks, because when I buy something, I want it now. I'm like a child. And I was okay with it, I guess, because I could still ride. I could still get out there and ride instead of having to ship my seat out and be stuck without a bike. So everybody was getting on the sites saying, oh, Corbin's taking about 6 weeks and they stopped production and blah 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 blah. And I'm beginning to worry. And then about a week later, I pull up into my driveway and there's a big Corbin box sitting right in front there. And boy, I jumped out of that car. I was like a little kid on Christmas. And so I pulled it out. That thing was beautiful. The craftsmanship, oh my goodness, every stitch, every detail, the material, it was beautiful. So I said, okay, I've spent about $1,800 something, and it looks like it, but how is it gonna feel? Because having a shitty seat that looks good is not a good deal. I would have to switch over to Russell and deal with that. So I put it on. It's hard as hell to put on the first time. Had my boys helping me push and shove and jam, and finally got it seated, and I sat in it, on it. In it is more like it creates that pocket and you just sit right down in there. From my measurements, they had dropped it about 1 inch, so I could touch better now. And no matter where I sat on a thing, whether it was in the back, in the pocket, on the sides, or in the front towards the tank, no pressure points at all. And the other thing that I liked was the front towards the tank is as wide as the tank. They got rid of that bulkiness, and so it didn't feel like I was riding over a barrel. So I took I think it was like a 100-mile ride, my first ride, and it felt good. It was firm, but it felt good, no problems. And then I took a 300-mile ride, and that's what I knew I had something. I usually stop for gas every couple 100 miles, 180, 190 miles, whatever. So I'm gonna get up off the bike anyways. But the difference with this over the stock seat is once I got back on the bike with the stock seat, that pain was still there. It had returned. With this thing, it was nothing. So on the way here, I did about 900 miles, stopping only for gas and a half-hour lunch stop, and my ass felt fine all the way. Could have gone the whole distance. I'm gonna have to edit some of this video so the sky and the trees will show up as vivid as I see them through my helmet. I've mentioned this a couple times, I think, but this transition shield darkens and it creates these vivid colors. The yellows are yellow, the greens are green, and everything just pops. Some of the iPhone video and the pictures just don't really compare. I've been putting up some videos on the Facebook site, Motorcycle and General Mayhem Riders Group, and they're just taken from my iPhone. I have my son's computer that we bought last year. It's an iMac, MacBook Pro, whatever the hell it is, and that thing's a mule. It's not handling the video files very well, so I had to buy an external hard drive yesterday because I used up all his hard disk space, and I uploaded a file to a USB drive. It was 2.5 gigs and it took 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I connected the external drive, the SSD 1 terabyte drive, and transferred over 170 gigs in just over 5 minutes. Those SSD drives are something else. Alright, we're getting a little jumpy here, a little perkiness. Wrong timing though, Boyd. In these situations, it's every man for himself. Ernie is a little more conservative of a rider. He's a hell of a good rider. But he won't take any unnecessary chances. He will not look at a phone while he's driving for directions. He doesn't like to speak on the phone. But most of the time he's looking out for turns and routes because he's leading the pack. It's a lot nicer to sit back here and just follow. We got it, we got it, we got it. Nope. Oh, that feels so good. I like doing that. That brings so much joy in me. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. I want more. Give me more. Alrighty, I'm gonna tap out here for a minute, and I'll check back with you guys later as soon as I come up with some more ramblings to annoy you with.